Okay guys, welcome to Big J YouTube channel. This video is a rant. Basically, I'm a little pissed off about the royal family, the monarchy of the UK. That is, of course, there's many royal families, less so in developed countries, but anyway. Okay, so apparently the Queen is spending 370 million of UK taxpayer money on fixing up her house. What the fuck is that? What? Okay, it's not, it's her house, right? It may be a public monument, but we could unmake it a public monument. It's her house. Why are we paying to fix up her house? As you probably can guess, I'm against the monarchy, period. But this kind of blatant demands for money out of public money to pay for private property is it's like rubbing it in our faces. It's so it's so cheeky, really, totally out of order. Now, many people have heard the figure bounded about that 60 million is what the Queen costs, right? That is not true. That is not true. She cost 330 million once you have added in all the security costs, the trips, all her expenses basically, which it's not even clear why all of these trips that she takes everywhere, like what benefit they actually are to us. Why do we need, isn't it not cheaper to send, do we have ambassadors in all of the countries anyway? Is it not cheaper to let them deal with things than to send somebody from the UK all over the world? That report was the Buckingham Palace 370 million was actually from the Mirror, which is a new UK news outlet. But I also read from various other sources about the plane tickets. Apparently, Prince Harry is having a great time. He's flying. It's like a 24-hour party for him. He's flying all over the world. You know, you think they only let like a few pictures a year out into the public of like him enjoying himself on the beach to give you the impression that, oh, that's his one holiday a year. The rest of the time he's busy doing like public service, very important things. No, that's just the few pictures that got out that they let you see. Really, he's having a great time 365 days a year. It's just one big holiday for him. Yeah, totally out of it. It's about time. It's a disgrace in the 21st century that we still have a monarchy. I mean, how can people think that that is still an acceptable form of running a country? Oh, she doesn't have any real power, don't worry. She still has veto. And if they really believed that she didn't have any real power, take the veto away, right? Even then I'd have a problem with it from a symbolism point of view, because I'm not going to be a subject of anybody. I want to be a citizen of a republic. Oh, you know, she's trustworthy. Well, you may think that she's trustworthy. I think there's other people that would be more trustworthy. And shouldn't we give those people a chance? Yeah, but look at the American system. They spend a fortune. So why is it that everyone watched the American elections like crazy? Why is everyone fascinated with the American system if it's so terrible? It seems to work. It seems to work. Many people in the Rust Belt were very unhappy about what happened, like, to their lives. And along comes Donald Trump, which a load of lefty liberals didn't like. But so what? The problem was that the lefty liberals were running the country. And so the end result is that they got what they needed, which was someone that gave them hope in the fact that their lives will get better. With the Queen, it's a very clear message to everybody. Nothing is going to change, because when I, the Queen, die, my son will take over, and he will continue in exactly the same way, vetoing everything to benefit their family. Yeah, and they said, oh, don't worry, the veto power is very rarely used. A few years ago, it came out into the newspapers. If I can, I will put the link in the description below. But came out that she used it 6 or 7 times in 1 year. That's not occasionally. That's prolifically. That's just anything that gets in her way is to be vetoed. And even the very notion of a veto is absolutely undemocratic. I am astonished that the British people put up with this. It's a ridiculous system, the one that needs to end as soon as possible. Now, and we're always discovering the new sneaky ways in which she's exercising her power, right? It wouldn't surprise me at all. Would not surprise me. I'm not saying it's true, but it would not surprise me at all if the royal family were able to like remove videos from YouTube that like this one that shined a negative light on what they're doing. Anyway, make sure you try to share this video, get the message out that this has to change, man. It has to change. You can't go on forever. I think everyone's looking at the new guy, Charles, and thinking, well, he's not going to make a good king, is he? Well, let's get over the fact of what is a good king. No king is a good king for me. Yeah, so to summarise, they want to spend £370 million of UK taxpayer money fixing up their house. And then, on top of that, the income that they receive, the actual cash income that they get is 60 million, but the actual cost to the UK taxpayer, in typical government style, is 330 million a year. This is not a good deal by a long way. Not a good deal. One other thing that I want to add, when people are making comparisons to the US and they're saying, oh yeah, it's so expensive to run the US election system. Yeah, well, it's a big country, isn't it? Really, what you should be comparing is how much was the cost broken down for just one state, like California or Texas or Florida. How much was that broken down to? Because that's what the cost would be comparatively for the UK if we didn't have a queen. And then finally, there's the last thing about the monarchy and what they're doing is this desperate attempt to hold on to the past, to keep us locked into the past, is having a very damaging effect on the youth of Britain. They see what's happening in the US. They see how people exercise their freedom of speech, how they enjoy all the modern things right up to like the free thought, the free the participation in public life, and the openness and transparency of everything. And yeah, America's got its problems, of course, but what you feel in the UK as a subject under the control, and especially recently as the police state is taking over, you feel that you have absolutely no say and you shouldn't even question it, and that nothing, absolutely nothing, is going to change ever. Now, that is not a way to live a life. It's not. Especially when it's not even the general opinion of most young people in the UK. And the future is theirs, not the old baby boomers. And one last thing on the baby boomers. This is a generation that now generally support the Queen, that came from the 60s, that believed in freedom and self-empowerment and all of these things. And now that they get old, they go, oh, no. Let's just keep the things the way they are. And because we're the most numerous demographic in the country, let's just make sure that we trounce on any possible resistance to change. To the status quo. It's a sad state of affairs. And I really hope that it's going to change with the death of the Queen. Leave your comments below, subscribe, like, let me know your opinion. Goodbye.